This is some greenlight good stuff called Blobcat, and first of all, really like the music. Dig the music quite a bit. So this is a puzzle game, I suppose you could call it, because it is. It's a puzzle game about a little mouse, dice mouse, I think it's called that. They're called dice mice. That rhymes. And you got to avoid the Blobcats by going through this little maze with different hindrances, different traps, different puzzles to solve. Get them in the little square hole. Looks very cute. I like the design of the cats especially. I actually thought at first you were playing the cats and you had to try and herd the mice into the holes, which looked very frustrating. Knowing that you are actually the mice, although this, I don't know what the fuck's going on with any of this. This is alpha footage of the multiplayer, which so far has not been implemented into the game. So that's cool. That's Blobcat. Again, love the character designs. That's what immediately struck me about it. But the gameplay itself looks really clever and inventive and fun. So let's dig a little deeper here, look at the description. The Blobcats are after the dice mice. In Blobcat, it's your job to protect the dice mice, use unique gameplay mechanics to outsmart the naive, rolling Blobcats in over 70 challenging levels. So there's quite a bit of gameplay there. Let the battle begin. They are doing a multiplayer mode, because this game originally was a mobile game. They did a small mobile version of this. I know some folks get leery of mobile ports. I've always said so long as they are expanded or well done, I don't mind, and this looks like a ton of fun no matter what you play it on. And again, they are expanding this one with the multiplayer, which is new to this version. Blobcat Versus, they talk about here, up to 4 players can try and get as many dice mice into their mouse holes as possible. Outsmart your opponents and guide the Blobcats into your enemy's mouse hole. I'm sorry. I promised myself I wouldn't try and come up with some mousehole goof, but the word keeps happening. And they keep talking about putting things in the mousehole. So, what can I do? There's only so much I can do. It's made with love for an old classic, although they don't actually name drop anything. They just say they do their best to deliver a game that's not just a clone. This game is made by fans, for fans, and everyone else. Of what? They don't say. I'm assuming this is a takeoff of, some sort of spin on another game concept, but puzzle games aren't generally my bag, so it might be something really, really famous, and I'm just gonna look incredibly stupid for not seeing what it is. But I don't know. I just saw cute little rolly cats, and that excited me. And it still does. I like the look of this game a lot. I know I talk about aesthetics a lot in this series, but, when we talk about trailers, that's pretty much one of the more important things you look at, because in a trailer, your aim is to wow someone with how your game looks and sounds, because they're not playing it right there in the moment, you're grabbing their attention, which is why I talk about aesthetic a lot, because this is a series that looks at the trailer just as much as the game. How are they selling the product? How are they selling us on this concept? And in that regard, Blobcat does very, very well indeed. Which certainly has a fan base from the looks of things. I've not heard of the game myself before, but people who played the mobile game really like it. And so I'm going to have to check it out and see what that is like. But we're not here to talk about games, we're here to talk about trailers. And that trailer was well done, well executed, well scored. The description page is simple, but lays it out, and this looks like a game with a concept that you can't really fuck up. So, Blobcat, to me, looks like some primo, greenlight, good stuff, and I look forward to seeing it on Steam, because it doesn't look like a load of old jizz, and we really do have to try and find as many greenlight games as possible before greenlight goes away that don't look like jizz. And we will find some ones that look like jizz as well, just because that's always fun to poke fun at. I said fun twice in that sentence there. That was horrible. I try never to do that. Fuck.